Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Troy with DDM's Realm. I thought I would do a stream for you today about the Challenge of the Gods events that's going on this weekend. It's a pretty cool event because it will happen basically along as you fight and as you quest and do other things. So if you look at it here, as always, make sure you come up to the event dais here and talk to the quest giver there. There's usually a daily one. This is no different. Basically, this will be quests that go along with everything that you do. So questing, and if you're doing skirmishes or dungeons or any of this stuff, you can actually have these pop up. I've ran some SVAs today. I didn't actually see them appear then, so it might not appear in like the trials, but it should appear just about anywhere else. And I'll show you kind of what you're looking for here in a minute. If you look up here, it always gives you some good information. It tells you what you can get from the Gift of the Gods. You can get Fashion Piece here, as well as a couple other things. I'm not going to go through them one at a time, but there's a lot of cool things you can do. And if you look down here as well, there's a whole handful of artifacts and stuff that you can get, which are pretty nice. I actually like this little coin here. It's, I think, better than the horn that you can get from the Siege event. It gives you a little buff, lasts for a little bit, versus the little Champion's horn. It doesn't really last long enough, especially the speed part of it, to be worth using up a hotbar slot. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, so talk to this quest here, the Speaker of AO.
The challenge of the gods is
And you can go through these things and get as much information as possible if you really want to find out each little bit. But what I'm going to do is get the Blessing of the Gods quest here. And basically that is just I need to complete successfully 5 challenges of the gods. So I'm going to pick that sucker up here. I did want to show you, if you look in here, you get these, for completing these, like, what are they, the coins? And those, it's not directly apparent where those are at. So as you collect those, you'll be able to purchase some stuff from a vendor in the Moonstone Mask. That can be found on this portal. This is the Moonstone Mask over here, over on the west side of things. If you're a VIP, you have this handy little thing. And you can shoot right on over there. This way you don't have to wait for me to run across the city. Alright, so if you want to come take a look at this, you can, or I'll just show you here. As you collect these coins, you can talk to this vendor right here.
How can the true traders of Joaquin help?
So you get, here's the little coins that you get. Coins of Joaquin. Let's see. The coin purse, as you saw, came from the other items, so you can get kind of a little bit more. But you can pick up these things. You can get little treasure chests. These are kind of cool. You can get like jackpots for rough astral diamonds. If you get those, remember you only can do 32 a day. So if you happen to get like this one right here, it'll take you a good part of a week to get that taken care of. Actually, a bit over a week, won't it? Anyway, there's some dyes and some fashion gear that you can get by spending these as well. So remember that's over here if you collect those or if you see any of this stuff that looks cool. As always, remember you can right click on this stuff and get a preview of what it might look like. Alright, so let me show you how this event works. I'm going to jump into my stronghold here so we're not bothered by people. You can kind of see there is a couple, there's one actually that's a stronghold only. Well, you have to turn in something into the coffer within like 3 minutes. So keep an eye out for that and grab it and then run right on over there. Before I get into these, let me show you this. I was going to pop up. So these are the challenges that will come up, and you can get multiple challenges at once. I've tested that. It has been working that way this weekend. And some of these challenges will be easy for you to do, some of them will be difficult for you to do, and some of them will just be impossible. So either skip them or just move on, or intentionally fail it if you want to get off of here. So I'm going to run through these really quick. There was a couple tricks. So the first one here is kill 5 enemies. I'm on the wiki that I think most everybody knows about. They got a nice list here. So 5 enemies, no at will powers. Those are pretty easy, except just remember that you're like I have to say to myself over and over, no at will, no at will, and fight until it completes. Once it completes, then you can go ahead and switch to all of your skills. 3 skill nodes, that's a tough one unless you know the area. Survive 30 seconds in combat while below 50% in health. This one can be especially tricky for who you are. Is what I find best is to actually fight a group, whittle it down to one person or one mob, and then let that mob beat you down below 50%, about 25%, and then basically just run them around in tight little circles, dodge around for 30 seconds, and you'll be able to complete that one. Otherwise, it could be a little bit tough. This kill 5 enemies, you can do this as well, kind of do the same thing, kill one, get it down, and you have one person keeping you low, and then basically move over to the next set of mobs, because you usually, well, the groups, no matter where you are like 3 to 5 enemies. So once you're at that 50% health or below mark, you can run over, lay down the hurt on the next mob, or next group, or encounter, whatever, and take them out pretty easily. Alright, the complete 3 crafting tasks is actually pretty easy. Any of your low-end crafting skills are really short, especially in your normal armor or weapon stuff, so move down and do those super basic ones if you want to complete that one. Use 3 daily powers, pretty straightforward. Just make sure you charge up your daily powers, use them right away. Complete 1 heroic encounter. These can be tricky because there may not be heroic encounters around you. So that's a hit and miss, and some classes have issues with hitting those. Alright, so kill 10 enemies, no encounter powers. That one's pretty easy. Use your encounter powers 10 times while in combat. Super easy. And then there's the no daily powers, no healing potions, also super easy. And then 5 enemies killed within 1 minute. That's a good one to make sure you're looking for the minion or very small mobs, the ones that don't have divided hit points. Just that solid red bar. Those can usually be killed really quick and fast. And there you have it. So they'll randomly pop up. I'll run through a couple of these so you can see what it looks like when you get a Challenge of the Gods, and then how to complete it. Then I'll let you play around with it. So let's jump back in here to Neverwinter. Alright. So I try to always kill 2 or 3 or 10 birds with 1 stone. So in this particular instance, I got spiders up here, so I'm going to go kill the spider encounter. And so I can get some guild quests done, I can get some influence going, and I should be able to get some of these Challenge of the Gods, because there are tons of spiders, and you get a chance each time something dies. And once you really get rolling, it's easy to get your 5, so don't stress out too much about if you get hard ones or if you're having trouble with one. Just keep fighting for a little bit. You're bound to get another kind of challenge, and even if you can only complete 1 or 2 of them with any ease, like the 10-time encounter power one, it won't take more than probably 15 or 20 minutes of constant fighting and stuff, questing to get that done. Alright, so let's just kill some stuff here for a second. Ah, here we go. So here's what it looks like. Got a little light shower coming down, and I generally just stop fighting until I see what it is. This is kill 10 enemies, no daily powers. And now notice it doesn't start until I click it, so if I don't want to start it yet, I can run away, I can kill this spider, because it might start my time here. But with this particular one, kill 10 enemies with no daily powers. I'll just get him until he's really low. Then I'll select this.
Challenge of Tempest.
Boom, and now I got the Challenge of Tempest. So now, I will kill all these guys. And one thing that's nice about this guy is he can fight multiple things at once. And see, the daily power just popped up there, so I gotta keep reminding myself, don't use it. I know I could destroy these guys, but it will, as soon as I use it, it'll instantly fail it. So I got to make sure I do not touch that one. There we go. So tempting too. I almost used it right then and there. Boom. So there it goes. I just completed it. Now I can use my daily powers. I can get back to fighting normally. And you can see here's a gift of the gods that's popped out. So I'll grab that one. And so I've got 1 of 5 done. Once you get all 5 done and go turn in that quest, you can you'll get a blessed box, which has a lot more, a lot cooler stuff in it, a better chance of getting the good items out of this. Oh, I should probably heal myself before I die, huh? I'm telling you, I can't do 2 things at once. Talk to you and fight? No, not gonna happen. Oh well, hopefully adding a little bit of entertainment value when you watch me get slaughtered by these easy, wimpy spiders. Alright, nothing else has dropped yet. It'd be nice if they were actual... Oh, there's one. If they were actually items that like popped up in your inventory, so you could actually activate these later. Oh, there's something shooting at me still. So like the skill node, you could go to some place where you know there's actually skill nodes. But anyway, not a huge deal, but just because, you know, you get them pretty quickly. So here in a couple minutes I already got 2. We'll see what this one is. There's none that's collect treasure chest, unfortunately. Oh look, I got another 10 enemies, no daily powers. That'll be pretty easy. So for this one, I know there's a bunch of spiders all around here. So I'll grab this one, hit F.
Of Tempest.
And then just do a little bit of a train here. Oh, did you see that? Almost used my daily power. I'm telling you, you gotta tell yourself, don't use those daily. So I could use an at will encounters. I could use my items here, so I can use my relic, and that won't ruin it. Only if I touch one of those daily powers. Boing, completed that one. Alright, so there's another one there. Let's see if I can get one and show you what it does when it fails. Not a huge thing. Here we go. It's got some devils down below. Another super easy encounter I can demonstrate with. So and this will work anywhere, so you can run over the clock tower, you can run into the Well of Dragons, wherever you might be. Any of these mobs that are in normal zones like this, drop them. I even had them coming out in Mithril Mines last night, so I'm pretty sure any of the normal stuff like that should do it. I'm not sure about skirmishes or dungeons, but you really don't want to be distracted when you're working on that stuff anyway. But most of your standard content should have it, and pretty straightforward. Of course, I'm getting some easy ones. Alright, let's see what these guys have. Alright, there's one up there. Kill 5 enemies while you are below 50% health. That's not going to happen.
Of Kelemvor.
Well, I guess if I can stay there, it might. It's actually a kind of a hard little window to get below. I think maybe if you're a healing character, you might be able to get really low and kind of keep yourself there. But this can be tricky, especially when you're playing on kind of a glass cannon like this ranger. So let's see if I can get below 50% here. Just letting them beat me down. Can be a little nerve-wracking. Oh, nice. So I was able to sneak that one off because those imps are super wimpy, so I was able to get them all at once. So as you can see, I'm getting a bunch of other quests completed too. I am, like I said, a huge fan of getting multiple things done at once. So I'll collect quests for a couple days and bust them all out at once. Because it can take a half an hour to do 3 quests for that one day, or half an hour to do the 9 quests that you collect for the last 3 days. Definitely a philosophy to use to save some time and make these grinds a little more productive. I'm not getting very lucky here for challenges. Let's see if these guys will throw out a challenge. And use the mobs that you find to your advantage. So if you get like a no daily power one, definitely fight these guys that drain your action points. I can definitely help get these things done. No challenges yet. There's one. So again, I always stop what I'm doing. Kill 10 enemies, no healing potions.
Challenge of Timora.
Also usually really easy, but now I'm going to use a healing potion. Oh, and I failed. Shouldn't have healed myself. And that's all it does. So it clears it off your quest log, and I failed that challenge. That particular one is actually quite easy to do. But I just wanted to show you what happens. It's not really a big deal. And then you can just keep on keeping on. That's really all there is to it. Once you have all these done, head back to the Protector's Enclave and make sure that you turn in your 5 quests. You don't turn in those presents, you just turn in the quest that says that you've done it. And then you'll get the Blessed Box, which has a chance for better stuff in it. Alright, I think that's it. Really easy, straightforward, and kind of fun. It's fun to learn. You can learn to fight things different ways by having these little challenges thrown on you, kind of test your character out. And if you're working with other people and doing other stuff, talk to them. Try to communicate so you can each help work to keep each other going. So if you have to fight 5 things below 50 hit points, ask your party members or whatever not to heal you, as an example. Anyway, I think you get the picture. If you like these, thanks for what. Please follow, subscribe, and if you like them, please share them with your friends, fellow guildies. And I've got a bunch more guides coming your way. Anyway, thanks for watching, and good luck with the Challenge of the Gods. Till next time.